Alright, so I'm doing this real fast just as a test run because you know I don't like showing my face, man. I can't stand it. Alright? Anyway, but I got something to say real fast. You know me. I have no filter. And I really don't care who's got a problem with me or with my views or with whatever. But this really bothered me the other day, okay? So I was in Rock Hill. I was about to go to my meeting that I go to in downtown Rock Hill. And so I was running late, and it was starting to rain, and I wanted to hurry up and get some food because I was starving. So I go over there to that French bakery on Main Street, Amelia's or Amelie's, I don't know, I can never say it right. But anyway, I go to that spot, right? And when I'm getting ready to walk up, this homeless man approaches me. He's over there at that one spot. I forgot what it's called, but it's like, it's some kind of pub and like a deli or something. I don't know. But anyway, so he stopped me. And he's like, hey, can you spare like $1 or so? I'm starving. I haven't had any food today. Blah, blah, blah. Ignore the dogs because I am. Anyway, so he asked me for some money. And I was like, nah, man, I ain't got no money to give you. But if you're hungry, I'll buy you some food. And he was like, okay. He was like, where are you planning on going? I was like, actually, I was going to go over here to this French bakery and get some food. He goes, well, if they see you talking to me, they're not going to serve you. And I said, what? And so I was like, that ain't right. What the hell? Who cares who I'm having a conversation with? You know what I'm saying? Just, who cares? So then I go to the door and I'm like, well, let's see what they have because I'm not really sure what they have. You know, I've only been there like 2 times now. Hang on a second. I'm about to flip on these dogs. Can you please stop barking? I'm not giving you no more treats. No more. No. Sorry. All right. I was late to work and I was hungry. Look. They have $5 sushi. $5 sushi at Publix. You see it? $5 sushi at Publix. You better go and get you some. Anywho. So, I'm standing outside the daggum door. And I'm peeping through the window to see what their menu says. Because, like I said, I've only been there one time to order actual food, right? And as I'm peeping through the window, I notice the 2 black men who are working there. And they stop and they start shaking their head no. And I went, what? I was like, are you talking to me? And they said, yes. And I was like, what do you mean, no? And so anyway, I was like, whatever. I was like, well, all right, Ashlyn, I'll be praying for y'all. I'm sorry I don't feel good. But anyway, going back. So they're shaking their head no at me. And the guy, he tells me, he said, good luck when you go in there because they're probably not going to serve you now that they seen you talking to me. And I said, okay, well, that's really messed up. You know, you're a human and you deserve to eat too. So what? Because I said, well, just come in here with me. And they go, no, I can't. They'll kick me out. And they'll probably kick you out too. And I said, what? I said, I got money. And they were like, they don't care. I was like, wow, that's super duper messed up. Hang on. Let me eat this piece. So, I go in there and I start looking at all the different desserts and I'm like, man, those look so good. I was like, but I really came in here because I'm hungry and I want some actual food. And I started to look at the menu and then the guy that's standing in the deli section where the desserts are, he looks back at me and he looks at that guy and he goes, shaking his head, no. And I went, so, hang on a second. I said, so, are you really getting ready to freeze me service? And he goes, well, I mean, you can buy some pastries, but our deli section's closed. And I said, is it only closed for me or is it really closed? And, because it was like 6:30, you know, it was early. And, I was like, okay, whatever. And I should have turned around and walked out. That's what I should have done, but I didn't. So I walked back over to the pastries, and I ended up ordering 3 different pastries. There was like a total of $18. So then I walk out, and as I walk out, it starts pouring down rain. I mean, like pouring down rain. So I'm like, okay. So then I go back. I turn around. I go back. I said, hey, can I? Because he didn't give me a bag. I go, can I get a bag for this gigantic box? Because I'm about to get drenched, like super duper drenched. He was like, yeah. So he gives me a thing. And so I go outside and I see the homeless man. And I was like, you're right. They wouldn't serve me. And he goes, I told you. And I said, well, guess what? I still bought stuff anyway. You know, I was like, but this is going to be the last time they get my business. You know, like this is messed up. Like they can't just do that to people. And I go, well, do you want to walk with me around the corner? I guess I'll go to Jimmy John's. And I don't like going to Jimmy John's because, a while back, I realized that he was one of those trophy hunter people. And he liked to kill elephants and all kind of stuff. So I was like, I refuse to give my money to you, you know. But anyway, I was starving, you know. And I really wanted this man to eat because I figured it was going to be the only meal he would have, you know. And he's a human, you know. He deserves to eat too. Like, he deserves to eat too. And I told him, I was like, I got food bags in the car, but my car is parked way down there. You know, it's parked far away. And he was like, okay. So anyway, so I asked him what he wanted. He told me. I went around the corner and I ordered him food. I went ahead and got him a combo. I got him a drink. I got him chips. I got him a sandwich. I got myself a wrap. And I come back and he's still sitting up under the shelter part. So I gave him this food. And as I'm walking away, I heard a commotion behind me. And it was one of those guys inside telling him he had to leave from underneath that cupboard, and then saying to him, oh, you should be ashamed of yourself getting that poor girl to spend her money on you. And I was like, dude, it took everything in me not to turn around and cuss that guy out, because I really wanted to. Now, let me just say this. Those 2 men inside that restaurant, they were both black. The man that I was helping was black. So it made me think like, oh, so black lives don't matter unless you are, you know, you got a job. You know what I'm saying? So if you're homeless and you're black, your life don't matter? Really? Come on now. Rock Hill, you got to do better. And when I got to the meeting, I was talking to the people afterwards, and they were telling me, they were like, yeah, that happens all the time down here. And I was like, what? And he goes, yeah. He was like, I've helped a couple people down here, and I've been kicked out of restaurants because I was getting to-go food for a couple that was outside. And I was like, what? And he goes, yeah, somebody that works in the restaurant overheard me talking to these people, and I got exactly I asked them what they wanted, and I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. And then sure enough, one of the people saw me sitting in the restaurant and went and told the person who was waiting on me, and literally the manager came and kicked me out. And I was like, really? And he goes, yeah, it was that place over there, that pie pizza place, or not pie pizza, whatever it's called. What was it? Milestone Pizza or Millstone? I don't know. It's over there in the same shopping center downtown Rock Hill. I was like, wow, that's really horrible. Really horrible. We got to do better, you know? The people who own restaurants, everybody needs to eat, okay? It doesn't matter if you have a job, or if you ain't got no job, or if you live on the streets, or if you live in your freaking car. Your life matters just as much as my life matters, just as much as everybody else's life matters. This is dirty. This is super duper dirty. It's so wrong. Because, you know, regardless if you believe in God or not, He believes in you. He believes in you. And you best believe one day every knee is going to bow and every tongue is going to confess that He is King, that He is Lord of Lords, and He is, you know, over everybody and everything. And I really hope and I really pray that if you don't know Him, you'll turn your life around and you will know Him before you pass. Because you never know when your time's when it's going to be it. I love you guys. Hope y'all have a great day. I'm going to get back to eating my sushi, my $5 sushi at Publix. You better go get you some. Don't be waiting like I normally wait till it's like 7 o'clock. And by the time I get there ain't none left. But anyway, freaking dogs. Anyway, I'm going to get back to my food so I can get back to cleaning. All right. Love you guys. Peace.